Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who've seen the latest video where I'm using little rats and mice to try and catch fish on the canal, you'll know that it went well. I had loads of action, probably 10 blow-ups maybe, but only landed maybe 2 or 3 fish to the bank, which was really disappointing. So I'm actually coming back out on the canal today. I'm going to a couple of different stretches, not the same ones that I fished in the last video, and I want to get a bit of redemption. I want to get more fish on the bank. I'm going to use more conventional baits. So today I'm using jerk baits, super exciting stuff. Jerk bait fishing this time of year can be really explosive. I'm going to be fishing some crystal clear sections of the canal, so hopefully you'll see everything up close and personal. Try and get some good shots with the drone as well. Let's get cracked on and get some fish on the bank. We are now in autumn and there is no better time than right now to throw jerk baits for perch and pike. It can be absolutely lethal, and using suspending jerk baits like the one I'm using today, I'm going to get lots and lots of hits. It's all about aggressive twitches and long pauses. A little tiny pike down there. Oh! Absolutely crushed it. Lovely little jack pike. You have to be careful with this one, because I was going to say he's not hooked very well. These little guys are so much fun and they are absolutely destroying the jerk bait, honestly. Now when it comes to using suspending jerk baits like these little deck stunners that I've got here today, you can use them in a multitude of different ways. They're a very versatile bait. You can straight retrieve them, which I find very boring, but I guess if the fish are really on it, it doesn't really matter. You can twitch them quite erratically. Once again, another method that will work if the fish are super aggressive. Maybe the fish are really on it. But my most preferred method, and the method that I find catches me more pike and probably more big perch than any, is a real simple retrieve. That is just basically a case of having long pulls with a rod tip, making that bait move very quickly in the water, followed by a dead still pause. And that could be up to for a few seconds. If I can see a fish following it, I might even leave it longer than that. Because these baits, especially these deck stunners that I've got here, will actually hold still, almost completely still, in the middle column of the water, only sinking very slowly. You can leave them there for such a long time. And quite often, if the pike are not really having it, that long pause can be enough to get them to strike. The thing is, when you're fishing public waters like these canals and small rivers, generally a lot of, I'm going to say more novice anglers fish them and will generally use a bog standard cast and retrieve, cast it out and just wind it in, cast it out, wind it in. So when you have that long pause, if you're fishing for fish that are generally fished for quite a lot, then having that long pause, they're not used to seeing that. It looks a lot more like what the bait fish would look like in the wild when they're darting and pausing in amongst the shoals, and that's why you get that heavy aggressive strike and they hit it so confidently. Let's catch some more fish. I've had some fantastic action. They've been absolutely nailing it. Let's get a few more to the bank. Look at that angry little jack pike. Absolutely crushed that bait. Swapped it once, missed, then came back for it. Stunning colours on that one as well. Whoa! What a hit! God, that made me jump actually. Oh my God. God, pike love a jerkbait. They absolutely love a jerkbait, and he's absolutely swallowed it. Oh my God. Oh, don't you dare. I can see what you're doing. God, look at the way he ate that. That deck stunner is just down there. I'll just get this one out of his lip first, because it's caught in the net. This white coloration isn't just for dark water. I find white is just such a good colour all around for predatory fish, especially perch and pike. Come on. Oh, lovely jubbly. Now would you look at that lovely specimen. It may not be the biggest pike in the world, but to catch on a light setup on the jerkbaits, these are the fish that give you so much fun. And that one, God, it absolutely nailed it. And that's generally the takes you get from fishing jerkbaits. He's got a tiny bit of blood coming out his gills. That always tends to happen when you nick the gill rakers. So I'll give him a good rest before we let him go. Just changed over to the white coloured deck stunner. Absolutely crushed it. Probably the biggest one so far as well. Oh, there we go. I knew up against some reeds there had to be a fish. That is really cool. Massive perch chasing my pike. Massive perch just chased my pike in. Oh my God, he's trying to eat it. I wonder if I can net him at the same time. That's a massive perch chasing my pike. Maybe I try and get the pike in really quickly. I could probably flip him. Only a small fish. You ready? I'm going to put this pike in my, I'm going to let him go really quickly. The perch was probably big enough to eat this. That's how big that perch was. It was a beast, and it's still over there. He ain't come back out now. Damn it, he just went swimming underneath the weed. Oh, he's come out, he's come out. That is a really good sized fish. Damn it, really gutted about that. Maybe we'll come back and try again later. Bit of weed sticking out from the near side barge. Oh, there we go. I was just going to say, there's got to be a fish around that. I actually hurt my wrist with that one. It made me jump. If I ever get a take while I'm talking, I'm just not prepared. That jack pike absolutely crushed it. See if it'll come back. I'm not sure though, because I'm pretty sure it felt the hooks. It was just way faster than I was. My God, it hit that jerkbait with some force. There we go, it came back. Oh my God, that's what we like. Yes, is he going to tail walk? He looks like he wants to. Normally if they come up face first, it's because they want to tail walk. Right, I'm not going to net him because he's got the trebles on the outside of the mouth. He's not a huge fish. Obviously if I was catching big old pike, I'd definitely get the net on him, but since he's only small, I don't want him to get wrapped up and end up injuring himself. Well, I decided to opt for the net after all, because his bank is actually quite steep. I can't get my hand down there. Yeah, we got him. Gonna get the pliers straight on that, because obviously if he decides to thrash around, he's gonna get completely tangled up in the net, which could make things really, really tricky and could damage him, because he is just caught just in the gill raker there. There we go. And that's why we're using a light wire trace today. Guys, the pike action today has been absolutely phenomenal. I think I've caught maybe 7 or 8 or 9 pike. I've not even been counting, but I've had so much action. I've at least had 15 plus hits from pike. It's been absolutely awesome in the clear water. These little jerk baits have been getting absolutely demolished. I did not expect to get that much action today, if I'm honest with you. I expected maybe 1 or 2 jack pike, maybe 2 or 3, and I was really hoping for 1 or 2 big perch. That's the only downside of the session, is I've not had the big perch I was after, but the pike action absolutely off the hook. If you want to check out these baits I've been using today, these little deck stunners, I'll leave them down in the description below, because they have absolutely cleaned up this session. Jerkbait fishing this time of year, you can't beat it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to, like the video if you've liked it, and I'll catch you guys later.